What's going on, you guys? Wanted to make a little quick video as we're getting into summer. It's summertime, and I wanted to share something called sarcopenia, or atrophy of the muscle. This can happen. I've had a few questions. I just wanted to kind of clear the air and kind of explain what, summertime training versus different aspects of training can be, and how we can maintain muscle and not lose our muscle, i.e. sarcopenia or muscle atrophy. Let's go. Okay, so let's go on to here. So sarcopenia, this is age-related decrease in muscle mass, aka atrophy. So this picture I'm going to show you is from a documentary. This is a picture of a leg. I'm going to get my glasses so I can read this, even though I make it big. 35 years old, 55, 85. So as we age, we lose muscle, sarcopenia. And this is of the quad, the thigh, okay? It also says between the ages of 40 to 50, we can lose 8% of our muscle mass. And this is if you're just doing nothing, desk jockey, being a parent, just not doing what we used to do, but eating like we used to do. How does that work? We eat the same, but we don't, you know what I get at. This loss accelerates to 15% per decade. And as we go, we just lose and lose muscle mass. So check this picture out. Okay, 35 years old. You're in school, maybe just out of school, you're active, you're doing stuff. Look at the muscle. There's your bone. This is adipose and skin. Okay, looks good. Okay, here's 55. Slowly losing, atrophy. And here's the adipose. And look at the bone. That's even going down. Okay, it's no longer there because the muscle's not pulling on the bone. The bone doesn't have to grow to hold the muscle mass. So we're losing bone and we're losing muscle. And we're gaining fat. And then here's 85. Just to be honest with you, this stuff scares me. So what I want to talk to you guys about is, negative recomping. And this is negative recomping. This just happens in life. This is negative body recomposition. This is sarcopenia, another fancy word. So as we get older, we negatively recomp our bodies. But guess what? You stay the same weight. This person is the same weight as this person, same weight as this person, but this person looks totally different than this person, Now let me show you my negative recomp. Okay, so right here, November 2018, running gyms, training a bunch of people, stressed out of my stinking mind, maybe working out 2 times a week, maybe if that, surviving on stimulants, just can't focus for nothing. I don't I'm not going to go into that story. If you know that story, you know that story. Didn't like where I was, needed to make changes, needed to make habitual changes, needed to put myself first so I can actually lead by example. And this is my body recomposition. Guess what? Same body weight. 190. Don't look like it, does it? No. But I'm way leaner here. And my muscles are showing. My muscles are more full. They just don't have adipose. This is more adipose, less lean tissue. And I'm holding a ton more water, a ton more inflammation. Hormones are off here. Hate life. Nothing working here. Feeling optimized, feeling good, feeling healthy, feeling strong. Another thing right here. Dynapenia, decline in muscle strength, goes with sarcopenia. I'll go back to my picture. Not strong here, not hitting my strength because I'm doing 2 times training and they're just fluff workouts because I can't recover due to the massive amount of cortisol. The nutrition I had was just barely hanging on because I'm having to coach classes and do things I don't want to do. And I just was a big ball of stress, right? And had to fix myself, got some help, fixed myself. Now this is what I teach people across the world, and I teach you guys and want to share. So this is a body recomp. A negative body recomp is this dude who I was as a natural bodybuilder, and I regressed to this dude. Okay, so I went backwards and gained a bunch of mass, and I atrophied and lost muscle. And this is what I want to get back into. So negative body recomposition. This is where body weight is not our best guidance tool. And I hear it from people all the time. Body weight. Or it's like, okay, summertime's here. I'm just going to maintain my body weight. Well, guess what? You can maintain your body weight all summer, but you can atrophy all your muscle and gain a bunch of adipose tissue. You're the same weight, but you look not like you want to look. And along with doing just your body weight, it's not the best guidance tool, hormones will be off. Okay? Now we're going to talk about your muscle mass. As your muscle mass decreases, watch, the body's RMR, resting metabolic rate, does not need as many calories. Resting metabolic rate is the amount of your body's like, it just needs, I got to eat more to use this, to feed this muscle. Right? You need to. That's why we resistance train. And the BMR, your basic metabolic rate, they drastically decline. The less you train, the less you do not need the food. So if you're going into summer saying, I'm just going to watch my weight, I'm good, and you're going to miss a bunch of training, yet you're going to eat at the calories that you have entered into your equation, you're going to be eating in a surplus, and you're going to be losing muscle because your body doesn't need it. It don't want it. Like the body does not want to have to work to have that muscle. It'll say, good, go away, but I'll keep fat on. Fat's easy to keep on, right? Fat's a buffer. Fat helps hormones. Fat's everything, but can also lead to some serious bad things too. So creating a caloric surplus, again, if we're not using the food to feed the muscle. And then I say, guess what? You can still be the same weight. Like in the picture I showed you right here, and like in this, you can still be the same weight. It is crazy. Okay, so does muscle turn to fat like right away? No, it doesn't. It takes time. So it's like you can go on a week's vacation. That's why I tell people you can go on a week's vacation and just chill. Right? Your body's not going to lose all that muscle. You're probably going to have better recovery and get to eat more, and you're going to have a more regenerative thing if you take a week off. But if you're taking like 2 to 3 weeks off, yeah, it's going to atrophy off. The body will be like, oh, you're not going to use this muscle? I don't need it. So your metabolism will drop, and your resting metabolic rate will drop, and now you're down here for calories, but yet you're like, man, I want to eat like I used to eat. You can't. You got to resistance train to eat that much. Okay? Just like we did in SV90 and now we do in 365, we need to resistance train to make our muscles freaking hungry, body recomp us, take away adipose tissue, tighten up the skin, look good, feel good, eat more. That's what people like freak out. They message me like, how are you dieting down people? And you keep saying they're eating more. I build their resting metabolic rate by making muscles really freaking hungry, right? Don't you everyone wants to eat more. So you got to resistance train. So right here I say measurements are the best tool to stay on track. If you're going to do the summer, and right now we're only training 3 times a week, okay? And that's the minimal, and I'll go into that as we go. But measurements, okay? Measurements. You did your measurements. You do them every 30 days. Do them. They're very important to do. Now, if your waistline is growing because you're skipping the training and just doing the cardio, this is a vital thing you need to focus on. You know, if your legs are getting smaller or they're really the same measurement, but they're soft, okay? You're atrophying and the adipose is coming back. There needs to be something. It has to come with measurements. Measurements are your best way in how you look in the meal. You got to love how you look. Okay? It's not just weight, right? I showed you my picture. It's not just weight. Weight is throw it out. Go with how you look, how you feel. Do you have vitality? Are you kicking ass? Okay? Not weight. Okay, what battle sarcopenia? Resistance training and supportive diet to maintain the muscle mass. Okay, along with a balance of cardiovascular work. Okay, combo. Exactly what I do for you in 365. SV90, boom. Okay, so here, just to maintain muscles. Let's go into this picture. Here, muscle, bone, fat. Okay? And this is untrained people who train. Like they just start training 3 times a week. They're killing it. They go to 4 times a week and they're like, you know what? Time out. I'm taking summer off, baby. I'm taking it off. Don't worry. I'm going to maintain. I promise you. Yeah, you maintain your weight, sure, but you going to get this. Okay? So let's go into maintenance. What is it? What is maintenance? So untrained beginners. So this is under a year, okay? 2 weight training sessions per week, 5 sets per week per muscle group. This is no progress. Okay? This is just to maintain what you got. You can't eat more. There's none of that stuff. You might have to eat maybe a little bit less because you are just maintaining. And maintaining is fine. It is cool. I get it. It is fine. You don't always have to whoop your own butt. Okay, trained people over 1 year and above. This is very unique to the individual. So you might have people training 5 years in a row, 10, 1 year, right? 3 weight training sessions, this is minimal. Just no progress. Just to maintain your muscles and have some food and enjoy some flexible eating. 10 to 20 sets. Look at that big jump. You know what I'm saying? The muscle, the motor units, everything, they have to be stimulated. Now here, 10% of training sessions, you got to bring that to failure. So that's maybe 1 set out of 5. You know, push it. But you don't have to always dig to failure, but you got to stimulate. Here, beginners, they're just training. They can get stimulated pretty easy, but someone who's got that mind-muscle connection there, they got to dig in a little bit more. All right? Okay, now our last thing, because I don't want to be on here forever. Here's a cool study by Briner. He had 2 groups, okay? 12 weeks was the program. Group 1, this is all training, circuit training and resistance training. They ate 1 gram of protein per body weight, and they were in a caloric deficit. Sound familiar? Subjects performed resistance training, circuit training 3 times per week. Okay? So these guys were going pretty hard, but they weren't really super digging in. They were all beginners. All beginners. 12 weeks. Okay? Group 2. Here's your cardio bunnies. These guys just did the stair climber, right? 1 gram, same food, same deficit. And the subjects performed cardio 3 to 4 times per week. It was mostly just 3, but some did 4. Okay, and again, 12 weeks. What were our results? Okay, group 1 results. Lost 32 pounds. It's pretty good. Sound familiar? Maintain lean body mass. These guys kept their muscles on, so their resting metabolic rate went up. Their BMR went up, which means more food. Boom! So these guys had a resting metabolic rate, had a jump of 63 kcal jump. That's big. That's big for someone who's untrained, who's just getting into it. This means they get to eat more and drop fat. So body recomp. Pretty cool. They also tested 23 to 48% stronger on all tested lifts. Sounds familiar. Exactly what I do in SV90. Exactly spelled wrong. No, I just want me to put capital. Okay, group 2, cardio bunnies. They lost weight. They lost 28 pounds, but they lost 9 pounds from lean muscle. This. Goodness gracious. Okay. Resting metabolic rate. Now this is mind-blowing. Cardios decreased by 211 kcals. They actually started the program up here and they dropped their resting to here. Because the muscle goes bye-bye. You don't need the calories anymore. When you're doing just cardio, the muscle just goes away. They ate it. Look at 9 pounds gone. They atrophied. The body ate that. It's like, I don't need it. You know, let's get efficient at cardio. Okay, which means reduce muscle mass, but keep fat mass. Okay, this means less food, way less food they get to eat now. And this is the thing is like, cardio's great. It's good for you. But what battles this? What battle sarcopenia? Resistance training. Nutrition to support the muscle mass. And then a balance of cardiovascular work for your heart and your metabolism and to feel good. Sound familiar? Isn't it cool? That's what I wanted to hit you guys with. So focus on the measurements, okay? Focus on that. Don't focus on your weight. Look in the mirror. How are you looking? Because when people are telling me I'm going to take the summer off, and then I see them after 3 months, it's like we're starting all over again. And they'll tell me, well, I did some cardio, I did some hikes and stuff. The muscle will go. It'll go, and it'll go fast. What goes faster is cardio, actually. Cardio will decrease fast, but it also adapts fast. Resistance training doesn't. So that's why you don't have to go hard all the time. There's one thing about resistance. You don't have to smash it all the time. Like 10%, that was all. Right? 1 set out of 5, that's it. Don't have to go. But it's the long game that wins. It's the long game. Where's my picture? It's the long game. And I'm trying to prove on this dude. That was 2020, right? Can we fall off? Sure. It happens, right? But we need to know where that happens. So this is just something I wanted to show you guys because people are asking. My measurements are going up in my midsection. You know, I'm not feeling as tight. This was an explanation for you, okay? Resistance training. And understand, as we age, we will lose this unless we resistance train, okay? And as we age, and if we don't resistance train and make our muscles hungry, we don't need as much food, you know, and don't you want to eat? So resistance train, make those muscles. That's what I have for you. Boom! Hit the weights!